and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have this 8-point star blanket here that I made. This is going to be a little bit longer of a video, so all the information on the yarn, crochet hook, and everything is going to be in the description. We're just going to go ahead and get started. Let's zoom in here. Alright, so you're going to start off with a magic circle. Okay, you can do your magic circle any way you like. This is just how I like to do mine. I have a video on my channel, I'll link it in the description, on how to do this magic circle. But essentially I have this big loop here. And inside this big loop, you're going to place 3 double crochets. Here's my first double crochet. I'm going to do 2 more. There's my second and my third. Now you're going to chain 3 and place 3 more double crochets within this big circle. There's 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3 more. And again, place 3 double crochets into your magic circle. Here is 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And then place 3 more double crochets in your magic circle. 1, 2, 3. And then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to close my magic circle. And then you're going to place a slip stitch into the very first double crochet of this round. Then you've already completed round 1, and we'll begin on round 2. You're going to start off by placing 3 double crochets into this chain 3 space from your first round. So place 3 double crochets. Here is 1, 2, and 3. You're going to place 3 double crochets into this chain 3 space. Here is 1, 2, and 3. You're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then in that same chain 3 space, you're going to place 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to repeat that same thing that we just did in this corner. So we're going to place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then you're going to chain 3 again and place 3 more double crochets into that same space. Okay, we're going to repeat that again for this space over here. Place 3 double crochets. Chain 3. Place 3 more double crochets into that same space. Alright, and into that last space we already have placed 3 double crochets, so we're just going to place 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Now chain 3, and then place a slip stitch in the very first double crochet of your round. Now you've just completed round 2. Alright, now let's begin on round 3. In this space, we're going to place 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet, here's 2, and 3. Into this space right here, place 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and place 3 more double crochets into that space. 1, 2, 3. We're going to repeat that same pattern into this chain 3 space. You're going to place 3 double crochets and then chain 3 and then place 3 more double crochets. Here's my chain 3 and then 3 more double crochets. And this round is what's going to give us our 8-point star shape. Okay, into this space here, same thing, 3 double crochets, chain 3, and then 3 more double crochets. Alright, chain 3, and then 3 more double crochets. Oops. Okay, we're going to repeat this pattern for this next chain 3 space, 3 double crochets, chain 3, then 3 more double crochets. Okay, you're going to repeat that pattern all the way back at the beginning until you're back at the beginning of your round. In each space, place 3 double crochets, chain 3, then place 3 more double crochets until you are back at the beginning right here where you already placed 3 double crochets. So you're going to end with a chain 3 and then place a slip stitch. Alright, at this point your project should look something like this. So you'll have all of your points, all of your 8 points for your star, and we can begin on round 4. Essentially for this round, in each of the points of the chain 3 spaces, for your star you're going to place 3 double crochets, chain 3, then place 3 more double crochets. But I'll show you guys what I mean. So within this first chain 3 space, you're going to start off your round the same way by placing 3 double crochets. So here's 1, oops, 2, and 3. Then we're going to go into the next chain 3 space and place 3 double crochets, then chain 3, then place 3 more double crochets. Here's 3, here's my chain 3, and here's 3 more double crochets. Okay, now we're going to repeat that into the next chain 3 space by placing 3 double crochets, chain 3, then place 3 more double crochets. Alright, and you're going to repeat that for the rest of this round, every chain 3 space, you are going to place 3 double crochets, chain 3, and then place 3 more double crochets until you finish off the round where we started. In this chain 3 space, there's already 3 double crochets, so you're going to finish it off with 3 more double crochets and a chain 3 and then a slip stitch. Alright, after round 4, your project should look something like this, and you can begin working on round 5. We're going to start off the same way by placing 3 double crochets into this chain 3 space right where our hook is. Here is my first. Here's my second and my third. Okay, now into this space right here in between these 2 points, we're going to place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then at this chain 3 space on this point, place 3 double crochets, your chain 3, and then 3 more double crochets. Okay, again in between these 2 points, in this space right here, you're going to place 3 double crochets. And then at this chain 3 spot, at the top of this point, place 3 double crochets, chain 3, and then 3 double crochets. Hopefully at this point for this round you guys are picking up on the pattern for all of the chain 3 spaces at each of the 8 points. You're going to do the same pattern of 3 double crochets, chain 3, then 3 more double crochets. And then in between each point, in this space here, 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 and all around, you're only going to place 3 double crochets. So go ahead and finish that round. You're going to end up at this point again at the chain 3 space at the 8th point by placing 3 double crochets, chain 3, and finish with a slip stitch. Alright, by the end of round 5, your project should look something like this. And round 6 is going to be extremely similar. I'm just going to explain it really quickly. So at each of the 8 points, you're going to keep the same pattern of 3 double crochets, chain 3, then 3 more double crochets. And then for these spaces in between each of 8 points, you're only going to place 3 double crochets. And I will start off this round with you guys. So as always, start with 3 double crochets into this first point here. 1, 2, 3, and then into each of these spaces here, place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now we've reached this star point, so we're going to place 3 double crochets, then chain 3, then place 3 more double crochets. Okay, and then into each of these spaces in between these 2 points, so these 2 spaces here, place 3 double crochets into each one. Oops. Okay, And then into this chain 3 space, since it is one of the 8 star points, you're going to place 3 double crochets, chain 3, then place 3 more double crochets, and then repeat that pattern of in these spaces here, only crochet 3 double crochets, and then do your star point pattern. Then you're going to complete this round back at the beginning with 3 double crochets, chain 3, and a slip stitch. Alright, by the end of round 6, your project should look something like this. I'll zoom out a little bit. You can begin working on round 7. This one's going to be a little bit different, but I'll explain as I go, and then I'm going to bring back the big blanket to kind of give you guys a better visualization. But to begin this round, you begin it just like any other by placing 3 double crochets into the first chain 3 space right where your hook is at. 1 double crochet, 2, and 3, and then into the next space here, you're going to place 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're going to skip this space here, go into the next space, and place 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then you're going to do your star point pattern of 3 double crochets, chain 3, then 3 more double crochets. And remember, you only do this pattern when you're at one of the 8 points of your star. Here's my chain 3. And here's my 3 more double crochets. Alright, and I'm going to go back here to this point and just explain to you guys the reason why we do this, why we skip this, is because it brings together these 2 points a little bit and it keeps your star shape throughout your blanket. I'll show you guys another point. So here we are at this second star point. So into this next space here, we're going to place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip this space here, go into the next space, place 3 double crochets, and then that brings us back to our next star point, and you guys know the pattern from that point on. So 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 more double crochets, 3 double crochets into this space, skip this space here, 3 double crochets into this space, then your star point. You're going to repeat that pattern till you're all the way back at the beginning where you do your 3 double crochets, chain 3, then finish off with a slip stitch. I'm going to bring back the big blanket here just to hopefully be able to give you guys a better visualization about how the pattern goes for the rest of the project. So here's the star point, and here is where the star comes inwards. So if you guys look really closely, you can see that every third round we skip a space when doing our 3 double crochets. And again, that just keeps the star shape. I'm going to do a few more rounds with you guys just so you guys can get the hang of it, which is why this tutorial is going to be so long. But if you wanted to pause and just look at this blanket really quickly so you guys can get a feel of how the pattern goes, feel free to do that. But we're going to continue on to round 8. Alright, after round 7, your project should look something like this, and we can begin on round 8. There's a loud car that just went by. Okay, so start it how you normally would with 3 double crochets into this first chain 3 space. Alright, And then in every space between your star points, so that would be here, here, and here, you're going to place 3 double crochets. Alright, and we're at our star point, so we're going to do the same pattern that we've been doing of 3 double crochets, chain 3, and then 3 double crochets, and that remains the same throughout the entire project for each of the 8 star points for every round. Okay, we just completed that star point. So again, for this round, in between each star point in each of these spaces, so it'll be 3 spaces each time, you're going to place 3 double crochets. So go ahead and finish off this round, and I'll begin round 9 for you guys. Alright, after round 8, your project should look something like this. And then round 9 is pretty much the exact same thing, so I'm just going to verbally explain this round to you guys. So you're going to start off your round how you normally do in this star point, and then between each star point into these 4 spaces, you're going to place 3 double crochets. So then here's this star point, you're going to do your star point pattern, and then into these 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, you're going to place 3 double crochets into each of them. Then here's your star point, and you're going to repeat that pattern, and then we're going to be on round 5, and I'm going to show you guys how we do, not round 5, excuse me, round 10, and I'll show you guys how we do round 10. Alright, after round 9, your project should look something like this, and you can begin working on round 10. And I'm going to try to verbally explain it before I actually show you guys. So remember what I said about how every 3rd round we skip a space when crocheting. So this is the 3rd round. So how this is going to work is you'll begin your round how you normally do with 3 double crochets, and then into these 2 spaces you'll place 3 double crochets. You'll skip this space, and then you'll place 3 double crochets into each of these spaces, and then you're at your star point, so you'll do your star point pattern, and then you'll repeat that. And how it works for every 3rd round is you skip the innermost space between the 2 star points. So that would be here, here, and let's see, here. But I'll show you guys. So you'll begin your round how you normally do with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And then into these 2 spaces, like I said, place 3 double crochets. Alright, and this is the innermost space between these 2 star points. So we're going to skip this one and insert our hook all the way over here. And like I mentioned previously in this video, the reason why we do this is it keeps the star shape. If we didn't skip this space between the 2 star points, then we're going to end up looking, or with a shape that looks more like a circle than an 8-pointed star. So I went ahead and went into the next space, placed 3 double crochets, and then we are back at this star point. So we will do our star point pattern of 3 double crochets, a chain 3, and then 3 more double crochets. Okay, And then you'll repeat this pattern that we just did, but we'll do that here. So in the next 2 spaces, place 3 double crochets, you skip this space here, and then the next 2 spaces, place 3 double crochets, and then you're back at your star point. And then that's pretty much the entirety of this pattern. So what we are doing right now is round 10, and then round 11 and 12 are a lot like rounds 8 and 9, where you don't have to skip any spaces. You just, in every space in between the star points, you place 3 double crochets. But then on round 12, you'll again skip the innermost space between the star points. And then, after so many rounds, you'll end up with something like this. Now I changed colors after every, I believe, 5 rounds. And like I said in the description, I'm going to have the yarn that I used. I'm going to put a few links in the description for how I did my magic circle and how I did my color changes, just because otherwise this video would be way too long for you guys. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments and I'll be sure to get back to you guys as quickly as I can. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching and stay tuned for more.